Hello, everyone. It is my sincere hope that I find you well, safe, and sound. I know we are living under very difficult circumstances, but one of the things that I would want to assure you is that we are going to emerge victoriously. But that comes with a condition. We have to adhere to the simple guidelines that have been communicated to us via various media platforms. And as long as we practice social distancing, as long as we stay at home, as long as we wash our hands, as long as we don't touch our mouth, prickle our noses, and as long as we don't touch our eyes, then we are in the right trajectory to contain the scourge. Today, I'm going to talk about a very strategic subject, but one of the things that I would want to articulate is that it is very much easier to close your business for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months perhaps, than to close a casket having lost a beloved someone. So we need to make rational decisions as business people. We need to make rational decisions as family men. We need to make rational decisions as mothers. We need to make rational decisions as neighbors and fellow citizens of our great nation. As I alluded, I say that I'm going to talk about a very strategic subject. I know there are a myriad of challenges that SMEs are bound to face due to this scourge that has rampaged humanity. I know there's a horde of challenges, but I'm going to focus on one that centers on the events that have been transpiring regionally. I'm going to focus on South Africa, what has been happening in South Africa, and again I'm going to focus on Botswana, what has been happening in Botswana, and the impact those events are going to have on businesses that have been operating in Zimbabwe. There has been some projections in South Africa that 370,000 people are going to lose their jobs. And of late, South Africa has extended its lockdown period by a further 2 weeks. And this trend is going to be there for quite some time. According to a report that was presented by the BCG, Boston Consulting Group, they were placing South Africa's return to normalcy around the month of August. And in Botswana, they have closed their borders for 6 months. They will not be entertaining foreigners, save for returning citizens or residents. They are not going to be entertaining people that are going to be procuring products in Botswana. They are not going to be entertaining foreigners for a period of 6 months, meaning to say that they are going to close their borders up to the month of September, if my math is right. So, having said all this, having articulated on all these events, what then is the impact of all these events on SMEs? Because my attention is on SMEs. Zimbabwe, according to the Finger's projection, they were saying that around 20 to 30% employed people are going to lose their jobs. So these are the scary figures that are associated with this scourge. But then what does this mean? Many SMEs in Zimbabwe, they are relying on imports. They were procuring their products from South Africa, they were procuring their products from Botswana. But now that the borders have been closed, what's the way forward? Because this is going to have a very big impact in terms of these SMEs failing to replace the products or their merchandise. They're going to fail to replace these products because the borders have been closed. They can't go and procure those products that they were procuring outside our borders. So this is going to affect many businesses tremendously, and businesses are going to suffer a lot, Many businesses are going to close shop. Many people are going to lose their jobs. But one of the things that we have to then begin to prepare ourselves, because the purpose of this presentation is not to just speak about the challenges that we are going to face. It's there to ensure that we then try to think strategically and come up with strategies that would ensure that our businesses will remain afloat. One of the things that should fascinate a business person is to think strategically, because it is strategy that will ensure that your business remains relevant. It is strategy that ensures that your business remains afloat. It is strategy that ensures sustainability of any business. It is strategy again that will make a business to grow and at times under difficult circumstances to survive. So if you are procuring a product outside our borders, you need to have perhaps a 7-month plan of how you are going to replace your products. If the products are readily available here in Zimbabwe, then life is going to be very much easier for you. You can approach those local manufacturers or local dealers or local wholesalers and procure those products. But if those products again are not here in Zimbabwe, then you need to ensure that during this period of lockdown, you are communicating to the clients the new products that you're going to be offering to your clients, so that you remain afloat, so that you are in a position to cater for the expenses that your business is bound to incur, even if there are no operations of some sort. So you need to think locally instead of thinking globally and thinking regionally. You need to think locally. What is it that I can procure locally? What is it that I can procure without going to South Africa, without going to Botswana? And it is those things that are going to serve your products. If you are entirely relying on imports, then again you need to re-scheme your strategy to ensure that there is a certain percentage of products that you're procuring locally, so that there is no total reliance on imports. It is very dangerous to be relying on one source of procurement. There has to be multiple sources of supplies. Some of them have to be local supplies, so that in cases whereby there is any lockdown, and in cases that there is some disturbances in the nation that you are getting your products, you can continue to survive. So these are some of the solutions that you can apply as a business person. It is my hope that we will continue to survive. It is my hope that we will continue to grow. It is my hope that we will think strategically. And also, it is my hope that we will stay safe. COVID-19 is real. Be safe. There is life after COVID-19. Simbara Shamaringosi, signing out.